And according to most experts, a home-based business offers incredible tax advantages.
What are you waiting for?
Think e-commerce is going away?
Statistics show that 96% of adults ages 25 to 44 are looking to own their own business.
The only question is, are you ready?
I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now. For millions of people every day, the rat race is a reality. Recessions, bailouts, Ponzi schemes, job loss. When times are tough, when times are most dire like they are right now, it's actually the time where the most opportunities are available too for entrepreneurs who want to act upon it.
I was working a dead-end job that I hated. I was working 50, 60 hours a week.
I was working like 10 hours a day, go straight to my second job. I'd work till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I never got any sleep. I wasn't making any money. You know, it was a grind.
You know, if there's anything good that's come out of this, global downturn in the last 2 years, it forces people to go inside. It forces them to go inside and start to rely on themselves. And I believe that everyone's got a little entrepreneurial spark.
Carbon Copy Pro teaches you how to sell anything to anyone, anywhere in the world. We want to teach you how to leverage things like the internet, things like Twitter, MySpace, Facebook. I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now. This is a wallet that I just bought.
You could buy an entire line of luggage for what you spent on that little wallet. But you know what? That's the power of a brand.
We want to teach you how to build your brand, You Inc.
Carbon Copy Pro is an incubator for entrepreneurs because it provides entrepreneurs with everything they require for success. Systems, training, resources, tools, and community. To be part of other people's success and empower other people to have success is why I do what I do.
I really believe that Carbon Copy Pro is the razor's edge that separates the good from the great.
Being at the event with Carbon Copy Pro, with Jay and Aaron, I mean, what they have created within this industry, because having been in sales and business for the last 15 years, knowing what it really takes to make it in this industry, with the 10, 12 hours a day, every single day, on the phone or in person, to be able to have a system like Carbon Copy Pro 2 years ago when they first founded it, and I was able to do it and was able to enter in and had my first big month. I mean, I really understood the leverage. Their vision, 100 millionaires, what they're doing to give back to everyone is kind of how I've always lived my life and what I've always wanted to do. So to be able to do that on the internet to 1.5 billion people in 12 different English-speaking countries and be able to have it run for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is the reason I'm here. I felt like there was a real turning point with Carbon Copy Pro because we're trying to move more into an educational company, an internet marketing educational company. There's always a level of skepticism for most people on the internet. They don't really believe. And so if you can give something like education, knowledge, something that, again, they can take and use for their own benefit, then they're going to get that and they're going to, trust you a little more. A lot has to do with being ahead of the curve and being up to date every single probably month or every single week. There's always some new technology coming out. The internet's kind of a fickle place. It's always latest and greatest. People get on, they're looking to find a solution to their problem. And so those solutions always have to kind of be revamped or they have to be kind of evolved to some degree, and we're always trying to stay ahead of the curve. And that's what's great about the internet, because you have such access to information that you can decipher a lot more information a lot quicker. So when you do something once on the internet, it stays on there for years or months. So if you do something once in a marketing arena or strategy, then essentially you can continue to get paid over and over and over again for years, where most people are used to trading time for money. They have to go to work, get their hands dirty to put dollars in their pocket, or the internet, it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while you're doing other things. And that's one of the reasons why I love Carbon Copy Pro. I've been in business for 15 years, been in a lot of sales organizations, seen a lot of people come and go, you know, the burning bridges, you know, I always say if you burn enough bridges you end up on an island. So what I love about Jay and Aaron is they never burn a bridge. They always do the right thing, they always make the right choice. That's what we're trying to do within Carbon Copy Pro, but to get people to realize who they really are, their true potential. And I think that if you can get people to realize that anyone can be a leader, then you found something special. My best numbers was $120,000 in a month was my best numbers, and consistently it's probably 75 to 95 on the average. When you find people like Jay and Aaron, Andrew, you know, our management team, people who are so like-minded, having, like I said, been on the planet for 36 years and met a few people and seen a few things, to finally find 4 or 5 people in your life that you have that much of a connection to, that much of a bond, that much of a, you know, a vision for the future. You don't want it ever to stop. You don't ever want it to go anywhere. So you want to stay there and stay focused and move forward on the same, you know, track or trail or, you know, road that they're going on. And so for the foreseeable future, I plan on being right next to these guys, driving the boat right beside them. So for Carbon Copy, I mean that's what we do.
Carbon Copy Pro just lit the lights up for me and allowed me to see an opportunity to use all the skills I'd had my whole life and channel it at something totally new that was exciting for me. One of the new concepts here at Carbon Copy Pro is leadership. And so this allows Charlie Montgomery to become a leader in this company, whether I'm the president of the company or whether I just run my own downline and my team. I have the opportunity to be a leader. It's really an incredible experience because not only do I get to experience being mentored by people that are my age. I stood in an auditorium today and I watched a 22-year-old young man inspire me to want to be just like him. As soon as I heard follow the leader and I actually allowed myself to absorb that, I went up and I sat down with my wife and I said, this is going to be a difficult transition and I'm going to need you to help me. She says, what do you mean? I said, well, you know how I always want to be the leader. I need to follow the leader now. And I need to accept that. And whatever I'm told to do, I need to do that because I know that there are so many successful people here and they've done it because they've done what everybody did before them. And I need to accept that and I need to do what my mentor, Greg Davison, tells me to do and follow the leader, and it has worked so far. Carbon Copy Pro has really allowed me, when you talk about leadership, to still enjoy the thrill of being a leader and accepting a new role as a leader. And I, as this senior person in age, gets to mentor a 22-year-old young man to have things in his life that I never could have imagined at 22, but I'm allowed to get him to see that and experience that, and it's really a thrilling thing for someone my age to do. I was able to generate about 125 leads within the first 10 days that I was involved in the process. I never focused on how much money I could make. I never focused on how many sales I was going to make. What I focused on was how many leads could I get in the door, because in my opinion, the entire process here at Carbon Copy Pro is first, you've got to generate the leads. You have to get people to realize that Carbon Copy Pro is something that they want to look at. And once you can get to that point, then I can use all the other skill sets and my leadership skills to change that into BIBs and M1s, M2s, and M3s, which is where I make my money. Follow the leader, do all the things that are the right things to do, and I will succeed just like everybody ahead of me, because they're all leaders, they're all there, and they're there because they did the things that they were taught by the people before them. I just can't believe what a great decision it was, and being here with this conference has proven that, and it's the right way to go. Follow the leader.
Before we found Carbon Copy Pro, you know, we had been in the home-based business industry. Sophia and I met 5 years ago, and we knew instantly once we met that we wanted to spend our lives together and raise a family, and we had very similar dreams and goals. And we're of the opinion that it's better to work hard and play hard, but then we learned that the important side of working hard is working smart. And we spent 5 years working together in a traditional style MLM, and it was, you know, at the time it served us well. It taught us a lot of things that we would have never been able to been exposed to had we not been through that experience.
We built an organization together that was a pretty good size, but our team wasn't duplicating what we were doing. And I told Aaron that I wanted to find something on the internet and build a business on the internet at home.
I happen to be very lazy by nature, so I was looking for the shortest, quickest route to big financial success and lifestyle and freedom, to be able to travel and sleep till I was done and do the things I wanted to do with my life.
We know that we're positioned in a great place right now with the top internet marketers of the world.
Carbon Copy Pro just turned the corner. They just elevated their game to a level that I have not seen in this industry before.
Jay Kubasek and Aaron Parkinson are very warm, heartfelt individuals, and Aaron Parkinson has a comedic side to him, but but they're both, Jay and Aaron are both very, very down to earth, and they want to give and contribute to everyone around them.
We know that hands off, our business still continues to grow because of the call center, because of the webinars that are recorded and the trainings that are taking place each and every day within the system, and all the support and leadership that's offered in that back office. And that's been incredibly helpful for us to grow our organization as quickly as we have.
They have the cutting edge on marketing, internet marketing, and there is no better place to be than with Carbon Copy Pro right now.
It allows us as leaders to leverage our time and our energy and our efforts, because we don't have to be present for our team to succeed.
These are skills that we can take with us in any industry.
Because of Jay and Aaron's vision, we share that vision now too.
Aaron Parkinson said, people are so desperate for leadership. You could light yourself on fire, walk down the street, and people would follow you to watch you burn. And it's so true that people both need leaders and I think want to become leaders. I truly believe that everybody has leadership potential inside of them. When I was looking for a company to invest my time, my money, my energy, and essentially my future, one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, was going to be the leaders of the company, the founders, the people that started the company, why they started it, what was their philosophy. And when I found Carbon Copy Pro, I could see it was a slick marketing system. I could see that it had a great compensation plan. But I also had to look at the leadership. And then when I started to learn more about Jay and Aaron, the fact that they had already made millions in this industry, they could have walked away. They didn't need to make any more millions. They're both multi-millionaires in their own right. But they wanted to create Carbon Copy Pro as an opportunity for entrepreneurs to leverage everything they'd learned, all the mistakes they've learned, and how hard they work individually to be the leaders of the leaders. And I really bought into Jay's, both their philosophy of the mission to create 100 millionaires, because I can see myself becoming one of them, and they have the system to help everybody else become one of them. So I can't say enough about those guys on a business level, on a personal level, and I'm looking forward to a long-term friendship and a long-term business partnership with them both. Your income and your success is going to be directly proportionate to your personal value in the marketplace. To have that value in the marketplace, you need the skills. To get the skills, you have to be educated, which is why we place such a strong emphasis on education. Now, when I came across Pro, it was May of 2008, and I was on the verge of bankruptcy. Things had gotten so bad for me, I was actually living in my mother's spare room back in England, and this was my last shot. It was do or die. When you come across something like Carbon Copy Pro, and you can see leadership like Jay and Aaron, Mike Force, Andrew Cass, and you're in the company of high-integrity millionaires with a great marketing system, with a great set of products, it's very easy to get excited about that and take that to the marketplace with absolute conviction. An income of $45,000 in the month of November, which was an insane amount of, an incomprehensible amount of money for me. It allowed me to move away from my mom's spare room, out of the UK, across to the Caribbean, which is where I live now. And, my life is just a dream come true now. Much more than that, though, it's the money and the material things are great, but it's now about me being able to really fulfill my life's mission on a personal level. I'm able to help my family. I'm looking forward to helping my mom retire to Spain. She thought she was probably going to be stuck in the United Kingdom in the cold, wet and grey for the rest of her life, but now that I've, got the finances, I can help mom move to Spain, help the rest of my family, have what I want and empower and educate millions of others to do the same. It's probably the most gratifying thing that I have ever done, and I truly believe it's my calling in life and my mission and my purpose. I think when you realize you have talents and skills and you can use that to such amazing use to help other people change their lives, play the greatest game, money aside, that is what I get my greatest pleasure from. So, you know, to see somebody develop their leadership potential and go from a difficult financial situation to prosperity, to becoming a greater person is, yeah, I know I'm going to look back on this life and I've done a good job.
Carbon Copy Pro has made it so much easier because the people I bring in want an easy, duplicatable system, and it will work for them regardless of their degree of experience coming into the industry. The sense of freedom to be able to conduct your business very profitably without missing a beat regardless of where you are is fabulous. I've come a long way from the little girl who first started out managing a chain of Goodyear dealerships. Now, if I want to take off and go to the gym and lift weights, I go. I never miss a beat with my business, and I have the total freedom to go enjoy my life. Jay's been a friend for a long time. The man has a heart of gold, and the partnership with Jay and Aaron has been excellent. They're a dynamic team, brilliant men, and really giving and caring. The camaraderie that we feel in Carbon Copy Pro is absolutely unparalleled anywhere in corporate America. My mission is always to improve the lives of everyone I touch, personally, professionally, financially. Really knowing that I'm helping people while I'm earning a fabulous income is the sweetest reward there is. This industry brings out so many beautiful opportunities for growth and leadership because it's such a people-oriented business. When you can earn whatever it is you want because there's no ceiling, do it on your own flexible schedule, and absolutely know you're helping people and you're giving them an easy, duplicatable system at the same time, it's about as sweet as it gets.
What we're being taught is at the absolute cutting edge of how you do things, how you do commerce online, and no one else is doing it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'd like other people to know that it is possible for them.
Our particular circumstances are that we came from a traditional bricks and mortar business, and we were very, very restricted by we had weekly deadlines, we had a premise that we were attached to, we had to be at the office, and particularly for Cameron, it was 70, 80, 90 hours a week, 50 weeks of the year for 10 years. We had staff, we had all sorts of issues. So our children have grown up knowing that mum and dad go to the office and we go to school care, after school care, and we go to relatives or whatever in the holidays. So it is liberating beyond all belief that you can conduct a profitable business from anywhere. I have to pinch myself that this is actually how you can do business and how you can help other people realise this same thing that we're living now, because this isn't business and it's not holiday, it's our life. And
it's the definition of freedom.
It's the definition of freedom, yep, without a doubt.
Now we spend most of our time on working the system. The system takes care of the customers. We don't have any staff, so it's just Tanya and I, and we work the business so that when the kids come home, we're there for them, and when they go to school, we're there to take them to school. and we tag team. It's perfect.
I think the thing that's really, really impressive about the training and the education is that they have developed a system, Carbon Copy Pro have developed a system where they meet you where you are. And we'd done no online training at all. We had no idea. In fact, we thought that pay-per-click, we thought that pay-per-click advertising was pay-per-clip advertising, and we were just going, what's that? That's just bizarre. It's the system. It's the system that we're using. It's the training that we're getting within this system. That's really the thing that's kicked us off. That's the simple answer, really.
Meeting Jay and Aaron, seeing them on stage, realising that they're really good people, amazing people. You can't tell that, you can never tell that until you see someone in the flesh.
And I think if there was anyone in the room that didn't feel that honesty and that authenticity, then, you know, they really need to check themselves for a pulse, because there's no way you can miss it.
And there's no way you can build a business as good as Carbon Copy Pro and attract people as good as the people it's attracted, unless you've got a really good integrity and a really good character, and just basically good guys.
Both Jay and Aaron today talked a lot about thinking beyond the money and thinking beyond the bank account and thinking about the reasons why the huge bank balance might make your life different or better, or allow you to do the things that you're passionate about. That's what it's all about. And that's what Jay and Aaron are all about. That's why it all works.
I actually used to be a professional jazz piano player, which is another way of saying I know what it's like to work really hard and be really poor. The entire premise of Carbon Copy Pro is that it's a turnkey system, and then you sprinkle some of your own personality and your own branding and your own methods on top of it, but fundamentally you don't go in and try to change things. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Inspiring is just one of a host of synonyms I could use. I mean, the only people that are really charitable giving people anymore are people that run nonprofits. And here you've got guys that are running a company that makes a lot of money for other people, and they're absolutely grounded in humanity. It's really amazing. At this point, people have started to notice that I don't go to work every day anymore. Something's different, and they ask me what that is, and then now I can't wait to tell them. Jay said it's the most priceless commodity, is leadership. And I'm like so fired up about learning to lead with these guys. I think this was the first moment when, for me, in other people's eyes, I became something of a leader. This is the Master Marketer Award, and I loved the way they introduced this award, and they said, this does not mean that you have arrived. This means that you're on the right path and you still have a long way to go, but you're doing the right stuff, so keep doing it and do more of it. I am so in the right place at the right time with this business, but also, you know, that was what I hope is the first taste of what will be many accolades and many rewards, only some of which are financial. This is the kind of thing that makes me want to go home and remove any other obligations from my life, because this is where I want my focus to be. And receiving something like this already after 11 weeks just tells me that the next 110 weeks are going to be some of the best 110 weeks of my life. I've made over $14,000 in 11 weeks. And this is not sales. You're almost a doctor. This is healing. This is giving people a solution, a prescription to the pain and the problems that they already have. I have a really attractive solution, and I don't sell you anything. You will come into this and you will sell yourself if you have an open mind. I believe so wholeheartedly that this is a holistic solution to a lot of not just the people's problems, but community problems, world problems even. When you give somebody an opportunity like this, I mean, lives are transformed, families change, communities change, and that's what I want to be a part of. And I think this thing is going to run for a long time.
Internet marketing is so special, I think, because you can just reach such a huge audience. I remember my first event and being able to meet somebody face to face really brought it into a concept of believing something to reality. I was never at home. I always say this favorite line of mine, that I was working so hard to live where I wanted to live. I didn't actually get to live there, and I didn't. I was just never home. Soccer games, ballet, the things that the kids were doing, karate, Baseball, I wasn't there. You don't get to see them, you get to look at them in their bed. It's just not a happy situation. My daughter was in kindergarten, she was in a school play, and I promised her that I would be at that play. And I was 10 minutes late to get to the play. And while that doesn't sound like a big deal, the play was 20 minutes long and she was in the first half, and I missed it. And when I left that school that day, I said, that's it. It's not going to happen again. I've got to get out there and find something new. I'm home every day. I can be the dad that goes to school, that surprises the kids, brings lunch to the kids. I can be the guy that volunteers and helps coaching baseball, takes them to karate tournaments. It's something that I now get to enjoy. I get to take the time and spend the time with my kids. It's meant the world. I mean, it really, I've seen things in my kids. I've seen them change. I've seen their behavior change. I've seen my behavior change. You're living a fun life. I get to do the things that I want to do basically when I want to do them. I get to do them how I want to do them. And that's the type of thing that's really made my life the way I wanted it. I live life on my terms now. I don't have to worry about anything else. Well, Carbon Copy Pro has huge opportunities to get into leadership roles. They want people to strive. They want people to grow. They give the information. They give you the training. They give you they don't hold anything back. Jay and Aaron are just two phenomenal guys that are real. They're here. Their hearts are in it. You do enough for other people and you end up getting what you want. And that's what they've done. They've really taken to a point where Jay and Aaron are all about helping people create what they want to create. I mean, you can just you can do whatever you want here. Carbon Copy Pro has given us the future to what we want to do, and it's only going to continue to get better. How? That's up to us.
Seeing the evolution is really cool because we attract such a high caliber of person to our events and to our company because of what we do from a marketing and from a product standpoint. And it's really cool for me being on stage because I get to meet so many people who are maybe trying to get to the level I'm at, or trying to get to the level that somebody else is at that's having some success in this industry. So it's fun. It's really cool to see people develop that maybe wouldn't have had a chance to develop anywhere else or in any other industry. Education is a cornerstone of any good business. This is what we focus on here, because if we're going to develop leaders and we're going to give people what they came here looking for, it'll be short-lived if you don't build that educational base first. There's no question that if you want to succeed at a high level in any business, you'll pay a price. You'll make sacrifices. You won't be able to do all the things you want to do. Balance is something that we struggle with as entrepreneurs. It's something I definitely struggle with. But there's no doubt in my mind that the cost of not being successful is far costlier than the price you pay to be successful. Our belief system is that in the next, I want to say 12 to 18 months, if you don't have an e-commerce presence or an online presence, I mean, just look at Google and Facebook and eBay. These companies have been completely unaffected by a recession, depression, whatever you want to call it. So more and more people are moving online to develop their own personal enterprises. People more than ever are looking for association and leadership today, like never before. This company's best days are still ahead. But the turning point today was we've really taken on a whole new image. And again, it's that educational, coaching, leadership image. You know, we don't want to be associated with MLM or home-based business or get rich quick or income opportunity. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but we're also putting people in a position to become expert marketers, or we call them master marketers, because this is a skill that whether you stay with us for 10 years or 10 minutes, if you know these skills that we teach, which most people don't even know exist, you can write your ticket in any business if you get internet marketing and e-commerce and online marketing. So this was a turning point today because what we've been working on for so long and so hard and so many hours kind of came together. I've been in a lot of high-end organizations. I was in investment banking, mortgage banking. I was a top producer in 4 different industries. And this is where I'm the most well taken care of as a person. Everybody wants to help one another be successful. There's no cliques. There's no little tribes within. It's just one unit. And that's what works. Again, it goes back to building something strong that's going to have longevity. It's going to be sustainable. It's not going to happen if people are on different pages. This is where it's at. I mean, I was you bring up my past industry, obviously, financial services. I was in investment banking 6 years, mortgage banking 5 years, made my first $1 million before 27. But that is at the cost of a lifestyle. Those are 12-hour days, and you know, the ups and the conflicts of interest, the politics of that industry, it's a tough place to be. There's never a better feeling than winning, and there's never a better feeling than achieving in an environment where there's such high-level achievers. I'm always humbled to win sales awards within this company because I feel that we have the top marketers, the most talented, creative, just incredible people who are shooting hard to win these awards. Last year I won a Porsche. This year I won a week in the Cayman Islands. Those are pretty good prizes. We're going after anybody who has enough desire to want to come in here, be a leader, be a part of a community, and really just completely change their life for the better and start to control their own destiny.
I've been to a few Carbon Copy Pro events, so definitely it's so critical to get to every event because that is the largest, in addition to the excellent training provided and the support, it's really connecting with everyone, the community, you know, who you surround yourself with is so critical because you can definitely network with everyone, and you know, you learn so much about even taking your personal business to another level. So it's important for everyone to get to an event. It can't, you know, the event is very important to get to. The entire vision with network marketing and building the residual income and building a huge team, after I read the Robert Kiyosaki book, you know, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant, just had that vision of having enormous residual income in addition to having an insurance business. But what drew me to Carbon Copy Pro was it wasn't really turned out, you know, how I initially had planned. The reality of network, you know, traditional network marketing is you need several thousand people to build a decent, you know, residual income. The marketing system, that's really been transformational because it's everything in one. So literally 90%, 97% really of the reasons that entrepreneurs don't succeed online is because it would take them several years and definitely obviously a lot of capital to figure it out. So Carbon Copy Pro is everything in place from the marketing, the training, the blueprint. If someone just plugs right in, they literally have a system to qualify serious entrepreneurs. And a lot of leverage in place as well, so it's just been huge. Leadership is key, of course. You know, everything thrives on leadership. So between that and the system laying out a game plan for everyone to transition in as entrepreneurs, regardless of what stage they're at, it's definitely a phenomenal platform and educational system, you know, promoting that leadership education that people can actually develop themselves as a leader here. So I think it's just tremendous as people come in, regardless from which walk of life they're coming in, they can actually develop themselves as a leader and have the results to come as well. Just last month, it was really my best month. It was over 45,000. They're Jay and I can't say enough about them. I'm very, very grateful for, you know, to them. They're incredible. I'm very humbled and grateful because of what they put together, and they really just poured their heart out, you know, to want to create the mission of 100 millionaires, and that's definitely what's being created. I graduated in computers, but I decided to want to go more into the commission industry. Don't ask me why, but I went into financial services and insurance, and that was a journey in itself. I focused on, after a few years in financial services, focused on building an insurance business. Again, that residual income was attractive. So I did that for about 3 years before being introduced to the network marketing industry, just wanting to really have that, say, that ultimate dream of time and money freedom, really. Just having an abundance of cash flow, the time, because family is very important, you know, to me. I know to many people, it's about your experiences in life, not necessarily working, you know, 80 hours a week and having all the great things, but not being able to enjoy your family. You can operate this business here in, you know, we're in Lake Tahoe today. We're going to stay an extra week. You know, can travel several times a year. I'm getting, you know, my fiance and I, we're getting married in July. Nice 3-week honeymoon in Hawaii. You know, can still create the same type of income. I mean, it's been like life. It's been just absolutely life-changing.